Hi, my name is Sissy Stalika and I'm a current freshman at Rice University. Today in this video I'll be talking about the pros and cons of attending Rice University. All of these come from my personal experiences, so feel free to comment on any questions you may have, listen to it or not, and take them however you want. I'm sure I'm not the first person who said it, but I love the tight community at Rice, and by that I mean the residential college system. So basically, right when you come in, not only will you be assigned a college, I'm at Wise College for example, but also an orientation group, an O-Week family, where you'll spend the first week of school together and do so many activities together. And having an established friend group right when you come into any university is just such a great thing to have. And even throughout the semester, we would have O-Week lunches every week, and it's just amazing having this friend group that you can always rely on and spend time together. Number 2, it's important to note that Rice University has about 4,000 undergraduate students, which is about half the number of any other top 20 universities. And by that, you will probably be given much more personalized education opportunities compared to other universities. So for example, during O-Week, we had these PAA, peer academic advisors, who helped us make our schedule. I remember my PA literally sat next to me for like over 2 hours to talk to me about potential classes, who are the best professors, what classes to take, what's best for my business major and global affairs major, for example. And that was just a really welcoming moment for me. Besides the peer academic advisors, which are upperclassmen, we also have academic advisors who are professors, and we'll be scheduled a one-on-one meeting with our academic advisor during O-Week, and we can always contact them for any more information regarding scheduling or any other requests. Number 3, because Rice is comparatively smaller than other universities, it is relatively easier to get into clubs and get on-campus jobs personally. Since Rice is relatively new to many programs, for example, its business program started 10 years ago, or its global affairs major that started this year, I'm kind of part of the progress to build these programs. That's why, for example, I was able to join the Wealth Management Club for the business major, which started this year, the Energy Trading Club, which also started this year, and like so many different activities. So I really get to be at the forefront of building these programs, but also taking advantage of these opportunities. And in terms of on-campus jobs, personally, because there are less people, I was able to get a job as our school social media manager, but also as the operations assistant at our school's gym. Number 4, people may have different opinions about it, but I would say the dorm is another pro of Rice University. Although that's because I was given one of the better dorms, so I was assigned to Wise College, and here you can see my move-in vlog, but we have a huge living room with a separate bedroom and a toilet, so I would say it's really good already for a college university. However, I know that people who got assigned, for example, Baker or Hanson, they are given public bathrooms, so that's kind of different, but personally for me, I would consider it as a pro. Number 5, I love the food at Rice. Again, people will have different opinions about it, but we have 5 big serveries right here that have so many different food every day, and you can make your own bowl, you can get the chicken, meat, beef, whatever there are. I would say it's really good already, but again, people have different opinions about it. But if you don't like the food, there is Rice Village right next to it, and there are so many different restaurants within walking distance. In addition, I would say that Rice is a very, very safe campus. I personally walk around campus all the time by myself with my friends when I'm telephoning other people, and I've never ever ran into any safety issues. There's also these like poles, blue poles that you can use if there's any danger, but again, I've never ran into any safety issues, so it's perfectly safe to be walking around even at nighttime. The next pro probably applies to not only Rice, but there are so many resources that you can take advantage of. For example, we have the mental well-being office, we have the student health service center. For example, I twisted my ankle really badly first day of school, and I was able to get help from the student health service center perfectly without any trouble. My insurance covered everything, didn't have to pay anything, and they were all super friendly, super easy, and you have to book an appointment on their website, super easy. Finally, I would just like to say that in terms of finding jobs, internships, or like future job career-wise, I feel like if you are pre-med, for example, Rice is a perfect school for you to go because Houston is literally the medical center of the world. There are so many opportunities to shadow at hospitals. I know a lot of my friends are doing shadowing at different hospitals, and if you're a business major and recruiting for Houston, you can definitely take advantage of the alumni network that we have within the business school, within the graduate program, and everyone here is genuinely super welcoming, so it's super easy to talk to any of them. And because Rice is relatively smaller, you will get a higher response rate, personally in my opinion, compared to other bigger public universities. However, on the topic of alumni network, it is very important to know that Rice is smaller, which means that it just doesn't have that big of an alumni network compared to other universities. And to be honest, that is kind of sad because a lot of the jobs I looked into genuinely just didn't have any Rice alumni in it, and instead they had like alumni from Chicago, from Columbia, and that is kind of sad, especially if you're recruiting out of Houston. Number 2, because there are less people, again, I don't think Rice has as much of a party culture compared to other universities, especially to public universities. We only have like pub on Thursday night. We have different events in our residential college systems. We have a few off-campus parties, but that's basically it. Like, I went to off-campus parties. I didn't find them as fun, to be very honest. But that's why I would say that Rice is not as big of a party school compared to other universities. Number 3, this is especially important to me, but Rice doesn't have the global prestige as other universities do. Especially being an international student, every time when I tell my friends in China or Germany, oh, I go to Rice, they will be like, what's that school? And even though it's a top 20 school in America, in many different occasions when I say that outside of the US, they'll be like, I don't know that school, I'm sorry. And that's just really sad as a student, seeing how underrated Rice University is. Number 4, Rice is currently increasing its tuition across different departments, including the undergraduate population. So for example, I've seen people say that, oh, the tuition is rising by like 5% every year, and that is true personally. When I compare my tuition to like my friends who are seniors, there is a big discrepancy, to be very honest, and I do believe that it will be increasing within the next few years. However, it is very important to know that Rice does offer a lot of scholarships and financial assistance to people who need it, and many of my friends around me are on scholarship and financial fund or financial assistance, so that's very good to see. So I guess it really depends on if you're on that scholarship financial fund or not. Number 5, being in Houston, I have to talk about the weather as a con. During the summer, when I came in August, even until like November, the weather was extremely hot, and it only got cold for like 2 weeks, personally. I brought this big winter jacket that I literally never wore, and it took up half my suitcase, but there's literally no opportunity to wear that winter jacket at all. Also, it just rained so suddenly that you have to bring an umbrella pretty much everywhere you go. If you see from my vlog, it literally started raining out of nowhere, even though the weather is like perfectly sunny, the sun being out, no clouds at all. It will start raining for no reason. But they're usually pretty short, so like it wouldn't be that much of a problem if you're carrying an umbrella. Overall though, regarding the weather issue, I don't think it's that much of a problem if you don't really think about it. You just have to carry an umbrella everywhere, and the inside temperature is literally the same throughout the entire year. There's air conditioning. Bring a jacket with you if you feel cold, but that's basically it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Next, I really want to talk about the distance between Rice and the city. It's about a 20-minute drive for many people, so it will be very convenient if you do have a car, but for people like me who don't have a car, the public transportation is, to be honest, kind of bad. There is the metro system that will get you to certain places very easily. So for example, I have to go to Galleria pretty much every week, but because it's like a straight route, it's so easy to use, it's perfect. However, when I tried going to Katy like a few weeks ago, there was just no public transport for it, and there was just no bus or like train or at all, and the Uber ended up costing like $50 just to get there, and that's like $100 gone back and forth, and that's just something you can't do anything about, especially if you don't have a car. In conclusion, I would rate my freshman year experience at Rice a 9.5 out of 10, mainly driven by how tight-knit the community at Rice is and how easy it is to make friends. You can literally find anyone and you will have mutual friends just because how tight-knit Rice is, how nice the people are, how there will always be opportunities and events going on. 0.5 is deducted for me personally because of the lower global prestige and smaller alumni network that's very important for future jobs and many different networking events. Also, these experiences and pros and cons will differ between different majors. I am a finance and global affairs major, so that will be very different to people who are majoring in bioengineering, who are on the pre-med track, or people who are on the pre-law track, majoring in political science, or like even people doing mechanical engineering. But feel free to comment down any questions you may have. If I can't answer them, I'll get my friends from different majors to answer them. Remember, these are just my personal experiences, so feel free to take it however you want. Please give it a like, that'll be greatly appreciated. And see you next time in my next video. Bye!